Ed here with a Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick unboxing and first look at the FalconEyes F7 Pocket Light. This is an RGB light that is priced at roughly $150 US. That is if you go with the complete package that they shipped to me for review. And that includes these two covers, essentially. One is a softbox diffuser, this one right here. The other a honeycomb grid. It's all about creating the lighting effect that you want. And I've shared lights like this in the past. One being the Andy Cine Bowling P1. Nice light, effective, cost effective, and they're just great to have for both still and video if that's what you're after. Built-in battery, 3,000 milliamp hour, quick charge capability. This is significantly brighter than what I shared with all of you with the Andy Cine product. It also has more special effects, something I'm not going to get too deep into today, but let's get right into the actual product itself. It's also, or it has the ability to be adhesive to any metal object, and that's because FalconEyes, which by the way, if you're not familiar with their product lineup, they've been doing or manufacturing lighting products now for a long time. They have a very broad array of different products, so this is more of them dipping into traditional consumer realm and people who want something for run and gun purposes. And these lights are really perfect for that. Now, it is magnetic. By that, I mean you could actually take two of these and stack them together at their edge, which is pretty cool. If you have, some kind of sheet metal wall or something, again, no mounting necessary, it will just stick. And to give you an example of that, I'm just going to take a screw from my PC right here, and it should adhere. Unless this is not, how about I just take one of these? I don't want to end up damaging the light, but I saw all of the information they sent me, and there you have it. You can see it is magnetic, and you just got to be careful taking it off. You don't want to actually scratch anything. But moving away from that, it has an OLED screen there on the back. You can see the LED grid up here. I believe there's a protective plastic cover here. Let's see if I can peel it off, if I can get an edge. And at the same price, roughly, as the Andy Cine Bowling P1, this is, as I mentioned, brighter. In terms of battery performance and all of that, pretty much the same. I don't have much in the way of nails, but it looks like I got it. And there we have it. And again, you do not have to purchase it with the extra accessories, but I don't see why you wouldn't go the distance. So there is the actual LED array, our Type-C charging port right there, our controls on the right side of the unit. That is a dedicated power button, and then we have a function scroll wheel and a brightness scroll wheel. Of course, 360 degrees of RGB capability. Let's go ahead and power it on. Okay, so right now, I'm going to move the box over. I'll get to the rest of the accessories soon. You can see the OLED screen. Excuse the refresh rate. It's designed for human eyes, not for video eyes, even though this is FalconEyes. Full battery. You can see our color temperature, 2700K. We're at 75%. I can go ahead and step that up to 100 or bring it all the way down to 10%, 11%. And then if I want to cycle through the effects, it should be as simple. Let's see. So, okay, so this is right now set to color temperature. So you can see I just took it all the way up to 9,000. So we've gotten very cool. It's getting cool in here. Let's make it warm again. And the fact that this has the built-in battery, the fact that it's magnetic, even though it does still have a 1/4-20 mount right there, by the way. So another thing to point out, but that's pretty much it on the body. Now, I believe the power button, the reason it says set is because that's also the way you're going to jump through functions. And that is correct. So now we can essentially go through, this is still controlling brightness, as it should with its indication there, its logo. But now the function button is going to, or at least should give us the ability, let's see. Okay, so scene mode is off. All right, now we're in the scenes. All right, I don't want to seize, but let's go through these scenes, okay? We're going to make this happen, I promise. I'm going to do my best. This looks like the candle. This is ambulance or police, I'm not sure which. they've just created more scenes than we have seen, not to be cute, from other manufacturers. And considering FalconEyes specializes in lighting, I kind of expected them to do a great job with this. And that's why when they contacted me, I was like, yeah, send it over, because I already love the Andy Cine product, and I had, high expectations for FalconEyes here with the F7. And this literally just went on sale yesterday. That's August 22. So, even though I got it probably a day before they went public with it on Amazon, they had a previous generation that, like the Bowling P1, ooh, that one could get me. It had a pre-mounted arm on it. This one does not, and that's where they were trying to really differentiate. This is the candle. There are little, in case you missed, icons there to tell you what the effect is. So television, I like what they've done here. It's just a slightly more polished product and much brighter. It's a little bit heavier too, bear in mind. Even though I think the LED count is about the same, we do have, I think this is like 300 grams. So it's significantly larger than the Bowling P1. And I'm actually using the Bowling P1 right now. I use it in all of my videos. So shout out to Andy Cine, even though this is all about FalconEyes today. But this is probably going to replace it or just complement it. This will probably become a primary spot down for me, and the Bowling P1 will just move over. So this is really impressive. I love these lights. They're fantastic. You really can't go wrong with them. I'm looking forward to putting it through the paces, and it's just, these are great to have. I mean, form factor, not too big. Type-C, which pretty much charges everything. Wish my new RX100 Mark 7 had a Type-C charger, Sony. But versatility is beautiful, and the magnetic capability is just, it's a cool thing. It's just, you also now have to be mindful in your gear bag. Don't get this close to anything that you don't want it sticking to. So that's something to bear in mind. But let me go ahead and shut this off, which a long press on that is going to do. And let's see what else is in the box and wrap things up. So we got a user manual, which I expected. And that's the design I was talking about. So FalconEyes used to have this design going on. They no longer do. User manual. And then here we have a decal, a sticker that pretty much has all of the modes on it. So I guess if you wanted to stick this to the back of the light as a reference guide, wouldn't be bad, even though they've included all of the icons for you. This way you have a reference guide, just like you have your 360 degree RGB scale. And then we have a carry case, charging cable. Apparently no quick charger. So this is one thing where FalconEyes, come on, we should have a quick charger. It's not a big deal, but would have been nice. Let me move this out of the way. Let's see what we got in here. All right, so that is our mounting arm right there. And then I guess if you want to do a cold shoe mount, you have that. And that is pretty much it. Nice case. I like it. Branded. Always a good thing. This happens to be a very, I would say, nice mounting solution they went with because ball joint gives you nice flexibility, and you're just going to mount it right on to the light right here. So, and I already feel the magnet pulling it in, but this way you can have this thing mounted up quick, painlessly. And then because it's ball joint, or at least I thought I was going the wrong way, excuse me. Completely wrong way there. What I needed to be doing was the reverse. But you can mount this thing up and you're good to go. And you do have ball heads. And then if you decide to just go with a straight mount on your cold shoe, hot shoe, you can do that as well. So, I mean, you have good flexibility here, at least in my opinion, if I can get this in. And there's that. So if you just want to mount it directly on a camera, let's see, what do I have lying around that I can just throw this on right now? Oh, look, I just happen to have an A7R Mark III right here. And so boom, we're in business. And of course that does need to be tightened, but there you have it, run and gun, ready to go. A little bit of a wider shot for you so you can see it. But there it is. So pretty cool. I like what I'm seeing here. It's larger. I think it's like over 4,000 lux. So that's nearly double what you're getting out of the Bowling P1. And overall, What's not to like? 149 US dollars gets you just about everything. And then if, last but not least, let's go ahead and take this off the A7R Mark III. Get the A7R Mark III out of here. And let's just see what one of these, let's see what the diffuser looks like on it. And I hope to review more FalconEyes products because like I said, I mean, this is just like their baby product. They make so many legitimate pieces of equipment. They really have a very solid lineup, and if you know, you know. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I've always known about FalconEyes. I never jumped in on purchasing their products. We're going to see if I can get this on. But hopefully, well, that looks like it might have torn right there. So I've got to be careful with this. I'm going to start with the side that already is a little bit screwed up. That's on. Let's get this side on. This is not too complicated. All right. And let's see if I can just slide it over. I should be able to. Come on. Come on. All right. So we've got complete coverage now. There it is. And if I turn it on, which of course this does not impede control, and then go ahead and, you know, please, I may have to put a disclaimer at the top of this video. So pressing this in doesn't do anything, but the set button does, as we know. And now we have a nice diffused warm light. And that's where I'm going to leave you, 2500K. Any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. Hit that like button. And as usual, please feel free to subscribe. Later.